At the tilt and turn station, we ask each of the teams to come park their car, demonstrate slop in the steering if any.
The turn test is simply a real-life application of does your car have the ability to do a real-life turning maneuver. We go through a lot of small towns. We have 90-degree turns that have to be made. You cannot go in the other lane. And all we're trying to do is check off whether they can do that or not.
Slalom station. What we do here is check for stability on the cars, check for the driver's capabilities, and make sure that they can get out of the car in an emergency.
It is just to add to it. So when she says stability, we look at the stability of the car, the roll as it goes around the turns. We look at the stability of the driver, making sure the driver feels confident. They can handle the turns and they can handle the obstacles in front of them. So we try to give them scenarios that they're not expecting, catch them off guard, and just see what happens.
And at braking station, obviously test this car's brakes to make sure they're going to stop, but we also want to make sure that the brakes themselves are stable enough.
We've already looked at your brake connections, and then now we're going to actually test your brakes.
We've had in the past, one of the wheels came off. We've had a car that broke an axle while it was stopping. So that's the point of the test, is to make sure that doesn't happen when we're out on the road.
Station 6, which we call endurance.
The purpose of this station is to ensure that the cars and the convoy can essentially endure the real road stresses that they'll have out there on their way to Palmdale, California. You'll see out there on the track behind me.
There's obviously got to be unloading the car out of a trailer. There's obviously loading the car on a trailer.
And also a panic stop in the case of an emergency.
The other thing we're looking for is to find out, is the solar car itself going to be capable of high-speed control? So around here on the track, we get them up to speed, we bring them to a stop as quickly and as furiously as possible.
And with all of these tests, we'll be able to determine and evaluate whether or not their car can in fact get out on the road and perform safely.
Station 7 is the road test. We line up the solar cars in one direction. We line up a big old box truck in the other direction. We say go, and they go at each other and cross and pass each other on the road. That way we can check to make sure that the solar car stays straight, the solar car doesn't experience too much wobble, the solar car ultimately looks like it's stable. And if we feel like the solar car at normal road speeds looks like it's stable, we can trust that when it's out there on the road that those students will be safe.